Hi, I'm Sarah Sunshine, and I'm back, and I want to welcome you all back, the people who are already part of our family, and I want to welcome those of you who aren't, and I want to invite you to subscribe and become part of the family. Join the fun. Today, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Zoo Med Naturalistic Terrarium, and it's the NT-2 model. Now, after you've taken the box top and bottom off, you can set them aside. You don't need them for anything. There is a general tank guide though in there. I like to read things like this. I read every little thing like this. Fun facts sometimes that I learn, even though I know a lot. Things like that. And I just think it's fun to read about animals. So you want to take this sticker off the front as slow as possible. I would have thought it would be a Klingon and not an actual sticker, because this could end up very badly. So, not liking it for that reason. I am going to rate this tank. The rating system will be between a 1 and a 10. 1 being I like it the least and think it has the least value, as opposed to 10, I love it and I think it has the highest value. This tank, I believe, was $149.99. Wow, that took some work. This tank is basically specialized to be a terrarium and to keep specific animals in it. Therefore, like, it's meant for frogs and small lizards and gnolls, long-tail lizards, things like that. It comes with terrarium moss. You want to make sure when you get moss for your terrariums, like if you're getting them from the craft store, make sure that it's not dyed, because dyed mosses are all over the place and are harmful to your animals. Make sure you use terrarium moss. So it has that. It has a plastic hanging plant. It comes with a block of eco earth, and this is actually relatively good. We do use this and we mix it with other things for some of our other critters. However, this is not bioactive. And what you would do is add this to water and it expands like a lot. So this actually makes way more than what's going to fit in there. You'd have extra. And that's a good value because that's really expensive. Now, it also comes with your lighting. And this lighting combo includes the dome that you need to put the light in, and the light itself. And the light that it comes with is a blue daylight, which is has UVA, and it's also a daylight, so you want to only put it on during the day, and it creates heat so that they can bask. You also have little samples of Reptisafe and Reptivite. I've never seen Reptivite. It feels like it's liquid. I've not seen Reptivite in liquid form, only powder. So this is new to me. And it comes with a booklet. What is it on? Let's find out. Amphibians! Exactly like what I said. This tank is made for amphibians. And we have quite a few of those. They're so much fun to keep. They're very peaceful to watch. They're a lot of fun to watch. They do all sorts of frolics and jumps and leaps, and they're cute. So anyways, this is a guide, a beginner's guide to amphibians, which you've never kept amphibians, but even if you have, like I said earlier, I'm going to read this just because, like I said, I'll read them anyways. But especially if you're a beginner, you want to read this. You want to learn as much about the animals that you're keeping as you can, because the more you know, the better you're able to take care of them. So this is great. I love that. This background is not meant to keep in here, I don't believe. Oh. No, it's cardboard. I was hoping it was plastic, but it's just cardboard. So you can't keep that in there for the naturalistic background, but there are backgrounds that you can get to create the exact same effect. So you just want to throw this away. So this is what the terrarium comes with, and it's a specialized type terrarium. It has, how does this one, we have a similar one. It's just smaller and the locks are different. So you have the top that can come off, and it's also vented for circulation. And then you also have this bottom piece right here that is vented for circulation as well. And you have a recessed bottom. Therefore, if you want to put a heating pad on the bottom for your critter, you can do that, and it won't affect the surface that it's sitting on. So, as far as that goes, that's what the terrarium comes with. Now we're going to go over what the terrarium still needs. Okay, so this is a very basic setup. You could keep your animal alive in it, yes. However, I would not keep my animal in this just like this, because you're not creating the best habitat for your animal that you can. There's a lot that you really need to add. Now, for example, something for your amphibian or small lizard to climb up on. This is mopani wood. What it does, it's a very hard wood and it resists mold and breaking down. So you can keep it humid and it's not going to affect this wood like it would other woods. So this works great for a climb as well as a hide. If you were to lay it down, you could use it as a hide. So you need something like that. You also need some stuff for them to like hide in, jump on, play, all that kind of stuff. We chose that for this tank, and a little Buddha girl to go in there too, because she's cute. Now this tank we are going to turn bioactive. We're not going to use the Eco Earth for this tank. We're going to keep it and use it for other tanks, because bioactive is great, but bioactive isn't great for every environment or habitat that you keep your reptiles in. Some reptiles require specific substrates based on where they're from. So you need to research that and try and recreate that soil as best as you can for them. So we're going to save that for some of our critters that actually would benefit from that more. But we don't use it alone, we mix it, but that's for another video. So anyways, we are going to turn this bioactive. And the way you do so is you need lava rocks. Right here. You're going to need to put a layer of lava rocks down. Of course, and this is just a sample. You're going to need your bioactive soil. You're going to put that after you put the screen. This is the filter screen, and you put that over the lava rocks. Of course, you cut it to size, and then you fill over the film fabric with the soil, the bioactive soil. You want to put it on half an inch to an inch. And then you're going to put leaf litter down. You can use magnolia leaves as well. You can use oak leaves. I don't have any right here, but these work great. So you're going to need some of those. You also are going to need a thermometer, and this is also a hydrometer. And I know I say that wrong, but that's just how I say it. So anyways, I prefer, this is also a Zoo Med, I prefer, and we'll go over this in a different video, the digital thermometers, and we'll discuss why later. You also need food and water dish of some sort. I chose this one. It's magnetic. It sticks to the glass, so you can put it up high, because this is a tank for arboreal animals. That's why it's taller instead of wider. You also would benefit from having a ReptiTemp gun. What that is you hold it outside the terrarium, and it will read the temperature inside the enclosure so that you know it's not too hot or not too cold. And then we love our mossy vines. These work great for just about every critter. They like to climb on them, jump, all that stuff. So you want to add stuff like this as well into it. And we use these crested gecko food cup holders to manipulate the vines around the tank. And they work great. So you should try that out. But I think that's about it. I think the only thing I didn't go over is the lighting. I'm really bummed because I've so far have not found adequate lighting that is UVA and UVB. And I think that's a racket. They're trying to get you to buy extra bulbs. If you have a critter that either needs UVB or would benefit from UVB, you need to also purchase a UVB bulb and the hood for it, which I don't have here, but I have it in another room. Anyways, that's it for this tank. I would give the tank rating about a 5. I think they could have done much better, especially for the price. There's a lot you still have to buy. We got a similar tank and we got a lot more for our money in it. And it was the same price and it was a lot bigger, different brand. But that is my unboxing and my review of this tank. And I want to say thank you for joining us. Blessed be. Don't forget to like and subscribe.